always look up to your competition.
Absolutely.
Never look down. If you got another person that's doing the same thing you're doing, don't look to them. Look up towards somewhere you want to be. Don't look down on your competition. Always look up.
Hand over your Range Rover, we take over. Can't make it up, but it's a makeover. Imitators gon' imitate. Honestly, some prefer fake. Some things I'm the same way, but when it comes to cars, get what you pay.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to yet another episode of the Labz Podcast. I am your host, Nick, and I'm accompanied with my main man, Mike. Mike, say what's up.
What's up? Happy to be here.
Come on, everybody. Let's go.
Let's get it. I want to jump right into this topic of the week because it's great.
Is it?
And it's on the top of every business owner's mind. And whether you've been in business for 20 years or 1 year, you're just getting started.
I haven't had a chance to look at it, so now you got me pumped. What's up? What is it? Hit me.
How?
Hit me with your best shot. Woo. Come on.
How do you find employees?
Oh, God.
How do you find employees?
Man, who? Oh, God. That's a tough. Yo, that's a.
I'm telling you, that's deep.
For real. Right now, you can get lost in that one.
That's a rabbit hole.
That's a rabbit hole for sure.
I'll say just an overview to keep it as simple as possible. When you're looking for employees, it's one, you want to set them up with success when you do bring someone on.
Yeah.
So having accountability, checklists, giving them all the tools they need to be successful in your organization is important.
Yes.
Right? Have your training in place, have your accountability in place, and anybody that you find who can take some sort of responsibility or follow direction will follow your system. They'll be okay. But you have to set that up as the business owner.
Systems and processes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Now, when you're finding the employee, well, what sets you apart? Your job ad, number one, whether it's on Indeed, Craigslist, Facebook, whatever it is, your job ad needs to be creative.
Yeah.
Right? I would suggest putting something on there that just sets you apart from every other job ad that's the same over and over again. Be creative with it, right?
Yeah.
Put a task in there that they have to follow to, that means that they read it and they can follow direction, right? You put a certain number and call it between a certain time, and if they do that, they follow the direction, and that's that's your first step in finding someone. They followed the correct direction.
Yes.
They didn't email in, they didn't call you outside the time you told them not to call you.
Right.
They followed the direction, and then from there, it's your phone interview, your pre-screening, and your in-person interview. But I would say when it comes to finding them, be creative.
Yeah.
Set yourself apart in the job ad. Put it out there. Don't just put competitive wages. Put something on there. Superstar. For us, even making a job ad, like instead of a pressure washer technician, you put water gun super soaker. Technician. Something creative and different that catches someone's eye, and then put something in there, a task for them to do.
Yeah.
To follow, and I think that's a good overview of where to start. But again, it's a lot.
That's good. Right. I see a lot of people putting that. You can make up to $4,000 a week.
Right.
That's a very catchy thing. Some people are going to be like, yeah, right, BS. And 9 times out of 10, it is BS. But you're getting traction.
Right.
Your people are going, whoa. You're catching their eye. It's creative. And that's what you're talking about. Right. Be creative with it when it comes to ads.
Right.
Where
set yourself apart.
Yeah, set yourself apart.
You're looking for a needle in a haystack. So set yourself apart to do everything you can to find
the needle.
To where they want to work for you.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I'll give you a pointer too is, listen, a lot of people aren't a fan of this, but man, if I see other detailing companies, I had an AC tech come over here and he was absolutely amazing. I was kind of blown away with this kid.
Oh, yeah.
I said, I dove into it a little bit. Man, how much you make?
Absolutely.
Yeah, he don't know what I'm doing. I never told him nothing about me.
Absolutely.
So how much you make a week? Oh, okay. Yeah, you got benefits. Okay, yeah. Man, would you be willing?
Right.
If I taught you this, man, going out to eat at restaurants.
Absolutely.
You get a good server.
Absolutely.
Man, hey, you want an opportunity to make some more money, choose a different career path?
Right. You're basically a recruiter for your business.
Yeah, recruiting, always recruiting.
And that is the best way, finding employees from Chick-fil-A, have great customer service experience, whatever it is. I don't want to shout out no free plugs on the Labz Podcast, but for real, their customer service.
Hey, they train them up young.
Their customer service is insane. So I want to hear my pleasure everywhere I go.
For real,
know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, there's nothing wrong with recruiting others. For example, we have an employee that we found. We ran into him. I'm not going to name the business. We ran into him. Said, hey, if you're ever looking for other work or you need more hours, whatever it is, you can give us a call.
Right.
We gave him our number. This kid followed up with me for like 4 or 5 weeks straight, every week, relentless follow up.
Hey, that
said,
tells you everything you need to know right there.
He's my sales guy now.
Yeah,
he's been with us.
You got to be my sales guy.
He's been with us for 6 months or so. He's killing it.
If your follow up is that strong, buddy, yes,
You
I
have a
got
job.
a sales job for you.
Right, and I wasn't even going to hire him because at the time we weren't really in need of somebody.
Yeah.
But our whole goal, our whole thing is always hiring.
Yeah.
You know, we always want a stack of resumes. You know, that at any time we can call and get somebody in there, right? Because the biggest thing, you know, especially with business owners, when they get out of the truck, they get out of the sales car, they get out of the admin position, and everything's kind of running.
Right.
It's real quick where you can lose it all.
Yeah,
they're
you
gone
can.
like that, and then you need employees,
Yeah,
right?
yep.
So stack that up. Have a revolving door of resumes always coming in.
Absolutely.
Always be recruiting, even if you think you're not hiring at that moment.
Yep.
You know, and that's a great way is like you were saying, recruiting.
Yeah. And the detail industry too, man, you want to make sure, you know, if you're looking to hire and you've got to find employees, you know, make sure that you can even afford an employee.
Absolutely.
You know, and if you dissect those numbers and dive into them, you know, you need to make sure that you can play that employee well, because, I mean, you know, you got to be able to pay them.
Right.
It's
a big responsibility too. You're bringing somebody on. You're promising them a paycheck.
Yeah.
But then you don't know your numbers into your budget, and you
if
can't
you don't know
afford
your
an employee.
numbers, yeah.
You know,
yeah, you're setting yourself up for failure.
Right.
You know, and you know, ruining a relationship.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
And you know, another one, once you start getting your first or second employee in there, if your company culture's right and they love working for you,
Yeah.
your current employees will bring in the best.
They'll bring others.
You know, others in. You know,
for sure.
who want to be a part of that.
Yeah.
And they'll tell them how great this job is. You know.
Yeah.
And that's another great place to start is, you know, referrals from the community.
Man, there's no short answer to it, you know. There's only long, drawn-out answers, really, you know. And it's, you know, the recruiting process, you know, establishing relationships within the community. You know, if you're looking for that needle in the haystack, every avenue that you can exhaust, do it. Facebook groups, getting, you know, creative, like Mike said, with your advertisement, and, you know, that's just all things that kind of work together for the good until you find that guy.
Absolutely.
Or that girl, you know,
Absolutely.
whatever.
And I know it's you know, you find somebody at church, or you find your neighbor friend to help you, you know.
Yeah.
Your neighbors get to help you and they don't show up on time. They don't do this. You never want to feel trapped by your employees. So take the time.
Yeah.
Do your interviews, give them a task, see if they can handle it, and don't hold on to somebody too long if they're not working.
Yeah, and man,
You know.
Listen, I've helped family out in the beginning, and you know, I feel like this kind of goes with what we're talking about, you know, but if you can avoid hiring family, because the last thing you want to do is, you know,
Absolutely.
ruin a relationship with inside the family.
Absolutely.
You know, if you can avoid that, do it. I know a lot of you guys out there have expressed your concerns over the years to me. You know, you're working with your cousin, your brother, you know, or whatever is coming out there and helping you. You know, it's
And not only family, I don't even like hiring people that I know or have any sort of acquaintance with.
Yeah, I don't, because
know?
it's just a different. It's now business, you know, but there are cases where that can work, you know,
Absolutely.
especially
starting out.
Yeah, man, if it's God centered, you know what I mean, it'll work,
Right.
You know,
Just
that's really it. But
Keep
a lot
the communication
yeah.
there and give them everything. If you're bringing someone onto your company, give them everything they need to be successful.
Exactly.
You know, and if you do that, great. You know, if they work out, they don't. But you did everything you were supposed to be doing.
That's good, man. Yeah, that's good.
So I
hope that answers your question there, but you can really get lost in that.
get lost.
That's a deep question,
Right.
But,
That's the topic of the month.
always be recruiting wherever you go, whatever you do, man. You know, and throw out those ads on Facebook and get creative. You know,
Right.
draw the attention until you find that needle in the haystack. And once you do, make sure you have your systems and processes in place, and you set them up for success.
Absolutely. Put now hiring on your website and your truck at all times.
Yeah,
you know, it
exactly.
doesn't hurt. You know,
No, that's good. That's
so
good.
like that. Great topic. It's
Questions,
deep,
questions.
but we got some questions.
I love questions.
Love the questions.
Yes.
So the first question today is from Marquez from Little Rock, Arkansas.
Marquez,
You ever been to
Little
Little
Rock,
Rock?
Arkansas. No, I probably passed through there.
I've driven through Arkansas, never stopped.
Yeah.
I never stopped.
Didn't even get gas.
No.
No. Peace.
Marquez, I have a lot of work. I'm overwhelmed and I can't find dependable help.
Yeah. Well,
Any advice?
first of all, good for you. You have a lot of work and you're overwhelmed and you can't find good help. Man,
I'd much rather be in that position than have no work.
yeah,
Not be
pretty
overwhelmed.
much. Yeah,
But,
I mean that's good.
but that's the same thing we were just talking about.
It goes right back to the question that we just talked about. I mean, you've gotta pay to play, man.
Yeah.
You know, if you're gonna have good help, you gotta pay good salary.
Right.
You got to pay good money. And a lot of times we fall into this rut, this victim thing where it's like, man, I remember when I started out and this is what I made. And you're not going to come and start. You demanding more than what I made starting out. Right. Man, you got to get out of that mentality.
Right.
You really do. It's not about that. It's about, do you want good help or not?
Right.
Do you want to grow? Do you want to scale? Do you want to be successful or not?
Right. And the pre-hiring questions, it's 3 or 4 simple questions to ask somebody to see if they're hungry, if they want to work.
Yeah.
If they can handle the responsibility.
Yeah.
If they can, pay them well and keep them, you know?
What's your process for hiring?
Right.
And like Mike said, man, good questions, you know, thought-provoking questions.
Right.
Dig into who that individual is before you make an agreement.
Exactly.
You know, a lot of the times we got so much going on. We're trying to do the work, sell the work, keep up with the chemicals. You know, we need help. We're struggling. You know, it's like, man, slow down when it comes to the hire.
Right.
Slow it down,
it's
man.
so important.
You know, slow down.
And that's what makes or breaks, in my opinion, a great company. Even the Fortune 500 companies is the right people in the right place.
Right.
And taking the time to make sure that's there can help you tremendously and relieve the stress tremendously. But don't hire out of fear. Don't hire out of desperation.
Yeah.
Because it's just going to bring you right back there.
Yeah.
You know, so take your time, especially in that area, to hire the right people. Right.
And this is all topic, man, but on topic. Does your company have core values?
Right. Do you have culture?
Yeah, because I hire and fire off my core values.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean and we're not gonna do. We can dig into that later today. But yeah, that I mean, do you have core values?
Absolutely.
You know, I mean, it's just you got to find that right individual. You know that, and you got to pay that individual.
Right. And that sets you
up.
apart in your hiring process. You're not just asking, can you lift 50 pounds or more? Can you do this? You know, it's like, hey, what do you believe? What do you want?
Yeah.
What's your short-term, long-term goals?
Yeah.
And see if they align with you.
Yeah.
And how can your business help them? And how can they help your business?
Yeah.
And you're really hiring on a partnership at that point.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? When they're on board with your vision, your mission,
yes,
they will stick around. You
Ooh,
know,
you said it, man. The key word there is vision. Without vision, my people perish.
And that's another.
That's
topic,
a whole nother avenue, man.
You start talking about your why. You start talking about your mission and vision. I mean, that is. We'll get into that, but but make sure that whoever you're hiring is aligned with what you're doing as a whole.
Yeah.
So I hope that helps, Marquez. I mean,
that's good.
To find dependable help right away, reach out. Whoever's helping you out now, see if they have anybody who wants to come on board.
Yeah.
But make sure you're ready, and maybe get some ads out.
Man, if you give me a guy with 5 years experience in the detailing industry, and then you give me a guy that has no knowledge whatsoever, me personally, I'm taking the guy with no knowledge.
Yeah, me too.
Because I can build and mold him the way that my systems work.
Absolutely. He's not coming to you with bad habits.
He's not coming at me with bad habits and other things he's learned and picked up. That's going to be harder for me to break that off of him versus just training a new guy.
Right. It comes with a whole another level of humility when someone knows nothing. You're training them rather than someone who has ego
and then it builds the relationship. It strengthens the partnership, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then they really grab a hold of your vision, which in the end game sets everybody up for success.
100%.
Yep.
Love that.
That's great. Great question, man.
I hope that helps, buddy. Good luck.
Yeah, Marquez, man. Good luck with that, brother. And man, hey, throw that up, prayer to God, man, and man, he'll deliver, dude. Trust in him. For sure. Yeah.
Question number 2. Allison from Atlanta. I love to detail. I do it on the weekends, and I want to go full time. I don't have a van. What can I do to take the first step into full-time detailing business?
Wow. Hey, man, first and foremost, congratulations to you, Allison.
Absolutely. Taking that
big
first
shout
step.
out to Allison. You're doing the hard stuff right there.
Absolutely.
Man, you're making the decision to go full-time. Right. Man, dude.
Work for yourself. Give her the... Allison, love it.
You're getting it all, girl. Let's go.
That's the hardest thing to do.
I appreciate and respect the hustle, man.
Absolutely.
For real.
Even reaching out, even thinking about it is doing hard things right there. You know, it's a hard step to take. It's a huge step to take, and I absolutely love it. So, Allison, good job.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, detail, that's your whole realm.
Yeah, I mean, so you're doing it on the weekends. You want to start full time. The thing is, can you stay busy enough for full time?
Right.
Before you pull the trigger and make that decision. It sounds like you already have, and you're just gonna have to go gun ho.
Yeah.
Pull your britches up.
Yeah,
and get it, man. Pound the pavement. Get some business cards. What's your equipment and your setup look like?
Right.
If you're if you're bringing wash buckets and you're using extension cords, and you're using all the person stuff, man, that's your grind time, man. We started out with wash buckets, garden hoses. We didn't have pressure washers and generators, and we were grinding house to house, and using all the customers' utilities and water. Absolutely. And they were fine with it. And that's what if that's you and that's where you're starting, then do what you have to do and don't worry about what everybody else says.
Absolutely. And imperfect action is better than no action at all.
Exactly. Yeah. That's it right there, man. And listen, get to that place where you do have the van, you do have the wrap, you do have the pressure washer, you do have the water tank, and change your prices when you get there.
Right.
The people who got you to that, the people who will get you there probably won't be with you once you get there.
Right.
That's something I learned. When I first started out doing in and outs here and there, 30, 40, 50, 60 bucks, they're not with me now on the $400, $300, $200 full details, mini details and light details.
Absolutely.
They're just not there.
Absolutely. And too, when you're starting out, find someone who you want to be, another company out there who's successful, who's killing it.
Man.
And I don't think it's an issue trying to follow what they're doing because they're doing something right.
Listen, always look up to your competition.
Absolutely.
Never look down. If you got another person that's doing the same thing you're doing, don't look to them. Look up towards somewhere you want to be. Don't look down on your competition. Always look up.
Exactly. I like that a lot. And besides the basics of getting your LLC, your insurance, your business account.
Yeah.
Go out there, get your business door to door, make it happen.
Yes.
And I'm telling you right now, if you stick with it, they will come.
Yeah.
Everything doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to have your van. You don't have to have it perfectly, lined up and everything perfect.
Yep.
Get out there, do great quality work, and then reinvest that money back into your business to start creating your brand, your marketing, your equipment and materials. But I'm telling you right now, just get out there and do it.
Yeah.
And it sounds like you're already on that step, Allison. I love it.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah,
Boots on
awesome.
the ground. Fight for what you want. Fight for where you want to be. Boots on the ground. Do quality work. Get customer satisfaction, and start rolling. And before you know it, that grinding of a year, you're gonna look back and go, man, I'm not where I want to be, but I'm way further than where I was.
Exactly. And I mean, specifically to her question, she says, I don't have a van. So she's obviously want to get into mobile detail or whatever.
For sure.
But not having a van, I mean, where do you start?
Yeah.
Where, is it you're doing it from your home? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
or,
you can have them drop it off. I mean, you got to get there somehow if you want to do the work there,
Right.
So I mean, just you got to start,
just show up in your own personal vehicle.
Show
hook
up in your
to
own
their
personal
hose.
vehicle with a water bucket, water
Absolutely.
hose, and bring your vacuum and electricity cords and plug in.
Love it.
And go.
Just
man.
do quality
just
work.
do it. Just do it.
That's awesome.
Just do it. Just grind.
Allison, go get it.
Build yourself up, man, and reach out to us. Let us know specifically if you have something more in depth you'd like to talk about. We can help get you there, as we do offer more extended education and business coaching as well.
Absolutely, Allison. Great job. Good luck. Keep us posted. Does that bring you back to when you got started?
Yeah, man. Like I said, I appreciate the hustle. I love it, man. I don't know what's up with there's certain detailers and they're just like, man, bump everybody else in the area. It's like, no, man, we've got so many registered motor vehicles in our area. All over the country, dude. There's more than enough work.
Absolutely.
Like, I'm not, do you?
Right.
I'm gonna do me.
Right.
Do you? I don't, bro. Oh, you're a mobile diesel. Cool, man. That's awesome, bro.
Right.
Good. Okay.
Yeah, it's community. There's tons of work out there.
Yeah, and then the other ones, they come and go. Some people start up a mobile detailing company and they end up going into something else, man. God's got a specific plan for each and every one of us.
Right.
So, whatever, man. Do your thing.
Love it.
I'm all for the people, bro.
Love it.
Love it.
Love it.
Let's go.
Question number 3, Roger from Tampa, Florida. Roger from Tampa.
Roger from Tampa, baby. I like Tampa.
Oh, this is all you.
What is it?
All you right here. What is the best way to remove old PPF?
PPF film.
PPF film.
That's good.
What is the best way? I mean,
man, that stuff's nasty. It gets moldy, it starts cracking. A lot of the times, I don't know if it's on the whole vehicle, I mean, you might want to invest into a commercial steamer.
is that how you remove it?
Steam really helps to kind of moisten it, especially if it's dry cracking and moldy and kind of flaking off. But that steam's going to get in there and kind of moisturize, get it kind of loosened up and get that glue, that bonding agent kind of, lubricated to where you can start scraping with plastic razors or peeling off.
And sometimes that stuff, I mean, from my very, very limited knowledge of PPF film, is it hard to see sometimes on a vehicle, or can you? If
it's new and it's a whole PPF film, you're gonna have to pop the hood or open a door and kind of look where they folded it in, and check that. But it can be. Some of them are super thin.
If it needs to be removed, you can see it kind of.
If somebody's requesting for removal, then that means mold is developing underneath. You ever seen like door handles or where they're all moldy and it's like, dude, why you don't wipe the mold off? Well, it's underneath. It's in between the PPF film and the surface of the vehicle, and mold's growing on the inside of where the glue is. So you've got to get that off. And yes, steam is a very, very effective way to pull that off. We have a little trick because we do a lot of removal on the front of RVs, motorhomes, because we have that ugly film they put on there, which is PPF. But I'll take some sandpaper, tape it on the side of the coach, and I'll get one of those plastic like painter scrapers or whatever, and I'll heat it with steam, scrape, and then resharpen it with the 1,000, 2,000 grit sandpaper, and then go back in and do it all over again until I wear that thing down. But you've got to remove that PPF film, and then what you're left with is the glue residue once you're done. And we have a great product at Detail Labs called Citrusolve, and man, it'll cut right through the glue. So you can spray it on there, soak it, doesn't harm the paint, and you take a plastic scraper or a razor blade, and you scrape that thick glue off. Put it on a towel or something.
Citrusolve. And then work smarter, not harder.
Yeah, work smarter, not harder, man. Yeah, so steam to remove the PPF film, Citrusolve to remove the glue. Once you're done with that, man, I mean, we got a product of the week that would finish the job.
That's right, the cherry wax.
Yeah, so product of the week this week is the cherry wax. So, man, once in that 3-step process, remove the film, remove the glue, get all the glue off, and then you're going to do some kind of surface polish and seal, and the cherry wax will be perfect for that. Cherry wax is also good for direct sunlight because a lot of us mobile detailers are working directly in the sun. This is great for black vehicles. It goes on super silky smooth and comes off like a dream. You could do the whole car by yourself, grab your microfiber towels when you're done, take it all off, and it's like this, like clockwork, and it'll leave that car looking absolutely wonderful. The other thing I love about this cherry wax, it does cover up those holograms and swirl marks from extended washing and car washes and stuff like that. So it will hide that and kind of give the paint an enhanced look. And it'll last anywhere from 3 to 6 months, depending on the weather.
Wow, so it's like the cherry on top of the detail, no pun intended.
Exactly.
Love it.
That's
Absolutely
it.
Love
That's it, man.
And you know what I love about Detail Labs too, and all the products?
Tell me.
It's there to make you more efficient.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
To make your job easier, which in return, profit margin's bigger.
Yep.
Right? And I love that about it. All the products.
Uncut, unfiltered products specifically designed for the professional detailer. You can cut our products the way you want them cut. This is why Detail Labs was birthed. We were sick and tired of getting different quality products from different suppliers, and one week they would be one way and the next week they would be another.
Right.
And it's like, where's the consistency in the product?
Right.
You gave me soap last week that was thick. I couldn't even pour it out of the bottle. And this week I poured it out and it just came, a quarter of the gallon came out in the bucket.
Right.
So where's the consistency in the quality? Matched with the price, man, because we offer discounts for detailers. We are for you. We are for the detailer.
I love that, man.
Yeah,
Love it.
man.
You saw a problem, and you know came up with a solution.
Absolutely. And the other thing is, man, we're here for your questions and concerns.
Absolutely.
Obviously, is why we have the podcast, you know, to help you grow in your business.
Absolutely.
You know, so yes. And we do have further educational and business coaching that's available to you. You can reach out through our email, which is info@detaillabz.com. And that's labs with a Z. And then you can find Cherry Wax. We'll have a discount code for you guys as well. That's www.detaillabz.com.
Detaillabz.com.
Let's go.
Absolutely love it. We can't wait to to answer you guys' question like we say every week, but we have a lot more content out there for you.
Yes.
So check it out. See what we got. Any way we can help, we love to.
Yeah.
And we're excited to see you here every week. And if you want to get more detailed, more one-on-one kind of business coaching or help,
Absolutely.
we're here.
Yep.
So
yeah, man. So like, follow, share, subscribe, comment, email, whatever you need, whatever questions, whatever concerns you have. We appreciate you guys. And until next time, we'll see you guys. Y'all have a great week, man. Go and kill it. Later.
Peace.
Get it, got it, we good. Everything is all good. Send the verbs to the hood.